Hey guys, in this video I will be discussing the narrative of Boruto and the direction of the anime that it will most likely follow with Naruto and Sarada's relationship and goals. If you guys can remember in my previous video in which you guys seem to have enjoyed and agree with me, and I explained Sasuke Uchiha's role to be the father and sensei to Boruto. If you didn't watch that video and want to know everything, definitely check it out. But this is a follow-up with Naruto's role to Sarada. So the topics I want to cover in this video to explain to you guys are Naruto's ideals and ninja way as a Hokage, Sarada's feelings, her Sharingan and relationships, and the topic of how she may become Hokage and what the writers of the anime are doing. As I stated in my previous video with Sasuke Uchiha's role will be the father figure to Boruto, in Sarada's case Naruto will fulfill this role. If you are wondering why, well that's because the writers themselves admitted to this in interviews that the direction they would like to take the Boruto series is to not make it a Naruto 2.0. Therefore, if they created Boruto as a character to be similar to his father and grandfather, who both were Hokage, and they wrote Boruto's character to have that goal as well, it would have just been a complete rehash anime which they didn't want. As a justice to the universe that was created, a nod to keep fans pleased and to keep things interesting for themselves, the vital and majority topics discussed in board meetings and meetings in general with writers such as Kishimoto, Okyo Kodashi, who is actually the person behind writing the Boruto manga we are watching, Mikio Ikimoto, who is the person that is designing the characters and illustrations, and lastly Noriyuki Abe, who is the director, they all agree that the focal point they want to do to make in Boruto is different from the rest, and it's to flesh out the characters differently this time via different goals and ambitions they have, as well as the changes in technology in the series, such as the introduction of computers, email, mobile phones, headpieces, gaming tablets, which now reflects a more contemporary world. There is obviously new jutsu like what is that black mark Boruto has and what is his eye, as well as the devices such as the koto, which is a device that lets you use jutsu without chakra. Essentially, the direction this series is taking is to reflect and explore the changes from one generation to another, how technology, ideals and the ninja way has changed over the years from the previous. This happens in real life too. Every generation from the 70s to the 90s to the 2010s and onwards will have a different type of upbringing. If you have read Naruto Gaiden, which is essentially Naruto chapters 701 to 710, and the latest Boruto the movie or the manga chapters, you can see this very topic being explored through the lens of Naruto as a Hokage. Naruto in the series and idealism of the ninja way often question and ponders of the thought of the new generation being different from what it used to be. He mentions himself in the manga that the most important thing a Hokage should do is to pass down their legacies properly to the new generation. He questions his own son with Sasuke for example because of his attitude, but eventually comes around at the end of the movie. Naruto keeps reiterating the growth of a ninja and the will of fire is important, such as in the Chunin exams, as well as to Sarada herself in the Gaiden, to the village, and as well as to Sasuke. He mentions it multiple times. He has honest belief that he needs to pass on his will to the new ninjas in a new age. Naruto says himself that the role of a Hokage is to treat the village as his own family to Sarada. He's always busy, he's always has shadow clones helping everyone, even old grannies to walk the streets. Naruto wants to ingrain the history of ninjas within the new generation, as it will be a vital cog in helping to maintain the peace that they have right now. Naruto playing the father figure to Sarada is happening because the writers thought it would be really fun and interesting that Sasuke and Naruto's role were switched with each other, and they played this sensei type figure to each other's kids, which in my opinion was actually a very good idea. It keeps things fresh and new. And to be honest, if you read the manga of Boruto and Naruto Gaiden, Naruto is an excellent Hokage and father. He tries a lot with Boruto, it's just Boruto seems kind of spoiled frankly. Boruto made Hinata cry for God's sake with the amount of disrespect he has for his father. You can see Naruto playing the father figure to Sarada multiple times in the show and manga. This is the very reason Sarada wants to be like him and to be Hokage. It all begins in the Naruto Gaiden chapter 701, in which Sarada is questioning if Sakura is her mother and she has never seen Sasuke since her childhood. In this time, she meets Naruto, who she always calls the 7th, unlike Boruto. Sarada always seems to have a lot of respect for Naruto and calls him the 7th or Hokage all the time, which shows her attitude is kinda shared with Naruto in terms of ideals, ninja way and respect of the system. Sarada meets Naruto and delivers him his lunch in this interaction. Naruto makes Sarada smile, laugh and feel safe as well as happy. Naruto explains to her what her father was like and sympathizes with her, and in this moment she decides to make the decision that she wants to be like him and to be Hokage. The Naruto Gaiden manga is excellent in exploring the relationship Naruto will have for Sarada in the future of the anime too. Because further on in the manga, Naruto helps even further in counseling Sarada about her life, something he kinda needed when he was a child, and he reflects upon that. Sarada is amazed with Naruto's chakra and power he showcases when protecting her against enemies, and Sasuke's lack of understanding and enthusiasm in meeting her showcases the contrast between the relationships the writers are doing on purpose. Naruto shows concern for Sarada and wants to go with her to help and does so. This showcases the father figure and understanding for her emotions again, because he didn't have parents around when he was young too, so he understands Sarada's feelings and what she's going through. The whole Naruto Gaiden manga is amazing in making you understand Sarada's character and feel empathy towards her with character development. The very end of the chapters in which Sarada mistakenly thinks Karen is the mother, Naruto beautifully explains to her the bonds and feelings and the will of a Hokage, of why he cares about her or why she is important to her. To think about what she was saying of never returning to the village makes no sense. She then remembers Sakura and everything she did for her, and further starting to understand Naruto and admiring him. Sasuke's portrayal as a father to Sarada is showcased to be much more distant and less involved in emotions, and we have known this as Sasuke to be like this from the very start. It's just his personality. Him showcasing his emotions and caring as much is just not him. He's more of a badass cool uncle, which Boruto says himself, and wants to be like him. So it actually makes more sense for Naruto, who understands feelings and more warm-hearted, to play the role of sensei for a character like Sarada. Let me explain this further. Let's talk about how did Sarada obtain her Sharingan. Sarada is the first Uchiha we have known to actually gain her Sharingan through love. Every single Uchiha we have been showcased in the anime has unlocked this power through negative emotions. Sasuke, Itachi, Obito, Shisui, and even in the war for Madara and his brother. The list goes on and on. The second Hokage said himself that his research suggests that the Sharingan powers strongly connect their feelings, which are the bad kind, as well as the general knowledge is that an Uchiha unlock their Mangekyo Sharingan through pain or intense emotions, right? However, Sarada Uchiha is the first person we have seen to have such intense feelings of love for seeing her father again in such a long time that she unlocks her Sharingan. This plays into the role of what Naruto was like to Sasuke or anyone else. Sarada is much like Naruto. Sarada's relationship with Sasuke seems to be more distant due to the fact of him always being away. However, she still respects and understands him due to what Naruto says. She still calls him Papa and loves him for who he is. But since Sarada is the first Uchiha we have seen to unlock the Sharingan via positive feelings, maybe she unlocks the Mangekyo Sharingan via another positive experience, such as falling in love, or the will of wanting to protect someone, or receiving praise, or the accomplishment of helping someone. It's possible that this is the very direction that the writers are taking with her character, as she would like to become Hokage, just like the person she admires the most, which is Naruto and his ideals. This will help break the cycle of hatred and negative feelings that curses the Uchiha clan and rebirth the positive and help her become the Hokage figure, as well as the first Uchiha to become one that Madara always imagined. She could be the first out of the family to follow the good path to loving rather than hating. The fact that Sarada mentions multiple times to Boruto and others that she wants to become Hokage and to be like Naruto further proves what I am trying to say and what the writers of the show are trying to do. For example, every time Sarada says to Boruto she wants to be Hokage, Boruto is pretty firm in his response and says every time that he doesn't want to be one. So what main protagonist is left to fulfill that role? It's Sarada. Sarada admits to Boruto that her father is awesome, and she says Naruto is awesome and he's too harsh on him. Sarada again asks Boruto in the Chunin exams, for example, what would Naruto do in this situation for the exam? Clearly she values his ideals and opinion in every case. She again reiterates she will walk a different path to Sasuke and become Hokage. Boruto and Sarada are literally opposites of one another, which is stated is happening on purpose due to the directors. When Mitsuki mentions that Boruto may be destined to become Hokage, Sarada quickly denounces it and says she will become Hokage. Doesn't this remind you of someone? Yeah, it's Naruto. He was just like this when he was young. I personally am really enjoying the manga of Boruto and the anime, and I love the direction they are taking. I still kinda wish Boruto was less disrespectful, but I'm going to explore this topic a bit more of why they are trying to force us to hate him. I wish Sarada was less like Sakura as well. I wish she was more well mannered and less rude in the anime, but overall I like it. It's fresh and different. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think I am right or wrong, or why? What do you think of Boruto and Sarada? Make sure you smash the like button as well to have more content like this, and let me know what other topics you want, and follow us on social media as always to keep up with us on what we're doing, and we see you guys next time.